Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arya Fathoni and I'm here to will the presentation, the strategy controlling and evaluation PT EPL and PERSERO. Please enjoy my presentation. Okay, first, there is a marketing performance indicators. There is the category and example of indicator. The first category is sales metrics. The example of the sales metrics is sales growth, market share, sales of new services. And then there is a customers metrics. The example is the customer complaints, certification, churn rate, repeat purchase rate. And there is a distribution metrics. The example is the number of service outlets, our equipment availability, store handling. And then there's also the category is the last communication metrics. And then the example is the brand awareness, advertising, reach, and frequency, and then market response rate. Okay, there is a relevance to PLN. The measure the success of PLN mobile and digital campaigns. Second is the tracks customer engagement and certification after smart grid implementation. Third is the monitor communication effectiveness in promoting renewable energy programs. To evaluate PLN's marketing and effectiveness in building customer relationship, enhancing brand awareness, and improving service accessibility. And then the next slide is about the operation performance indicators. First, there is a matrix and the description. First is the electricity sales growth rate. The percentage increase in electricity sales compared to the previous year. The transformer utilization rate, percentage of installed transformer capacity that is actively used to serve customer load. And then the third is the order fulfillment time, the average time taken to complete the new electricity connection request. Fourth is the customer certification index, percentage of customers certified with PLN services based on survey and feedback forms. And then there is also the five is the employee productivity, the number of customer service of tech or technical issues resolved per employee monthly. The service unit traffic, number of customer visiting PLN office or contacting digital platforms. And there's the power availability index, SciFi or SciD, reliability metric that indicates the average number or duration of power outage per users. And there is smart meter penetration role, the percentage of total customer using smart or prepaid meters. The average revenue per kWh is the revenue generated per kWh of electricity sold, indicated operational efficiency. Connection request, return rate, percentage of requests that were cancelled or returned due to the communication for approval or approval issues. And lastly is the token out of stock rate. The percentage of times electricity token for prepaid users were unavailable during peak hours. What is the purpose of the operation performance indicator? The purpose is to assess balance operational efficiency, reliability, and effectiveness in delivering electricity services and implementing infrastructure projects. The relevance to the PLN is measure effectiveness of smart grid investment and predictive maintenance system. Second is the tracks progress in reducing outage and improving service continuity. Third is support evaluation of operational cost of optimization initiatives. The next slide is the about the HRM, the performance indicators. The purpose is to measure the effectiveness of PLN human resource management in supporting strategic goals, improving productivity, and sustaining workforce certification. The category there is productivity, who the indicator is revenue per employee, output per worker, and then second there's the development, training hours per employee, and then there is engagement, employee turnover rate, and then also the certification and retention, the employee certification index, average tenure, and there is also the last is diversity and inclusion, the gender ratio, the percentage of female in the leadership positions. And the relevance to PLN is tracks how PLN nurtures and retains talent in line with the transformation goals and to ensure employee development through structured training alignment with the digitalizations and also monitor workforce morale and turnover, especially amid major infrastructure projects. Next is talking about the financial performance indicator about the liquidity ratio. First matrix is about the current ratio. The description is the current asset by current liabilities. And then there is also a quick asset ratio, the current assets minus inventory divided by current liabilities. There is a cash ratio, cash and cash equivalents divided by the current liabilities. And there is also the cash turnovers, cash generated from operation divided by the average cash balance, and then the inventory of net to net working, the ratio of inventory value net working capital. The liquidity ratio, such as the current ratio and quick ratio, indicate that the PLN has adequate short-term financial resource to meet his obligation. A ratio above standard benchmark suggests strong working capital management. However, being a utility company, much of PLN assets are in the fixed form, which are not easily liquid. Next is the leverage ratio. The debt to assets ratio, total debt divided by the total asset, debt to equity ratio, total debt divided by the shareholders, and then the long-term debt to equity ratio, and then the time interest earned and fixed change coverage, and the receivable turnover. The leverage ratio lied to debt to equity and ratio and ratio reflect a relatively high dependence on debt financing. This is expected in a capital-intensive sector such as an energy and infrastructure, while debt enables growth and infrastructure development. PLN must maintain a sustainable debt level to avoid long-term solvency risks. This is the activity ratio. The activity ratio, including total asset turnover and fixed asset turnover, measure how effectively PLN use its assets to generate revenue. Relatively, how low turnover is common in the utility industry due to the nature of fixed infrastructure. However, PLN should continue optimizing its asset usage, especially by leveraging digital system and modern energy infrastructure. This is the profitability ratio. The profitability ratio, such as profit margin, return on asset, or ROA, and return on equity, or ROE, shows that PLN is gradually improving its efficiency and profit generation. However, margins remain modest due to high operational and financing costs. The long-term success depends on reducing production costs and expanding revenue from renewable energy resource. The growth ratio, PLN demonstrates steady growth in both revenue and net income, which reflect the success of its strategies in electrification, infrastructure expansion, and digital transformation. The key challenge is to sustain this growth while improving cost efficiency and financial sustainability. This is the customer satisfaction survey, and then there is a question number, the question, and there is the also example of the answer or the multiple choice rating scale. Based on the result of the customer certification survey conducted for PTPL and Persero, the overall certification score indicates that most customers are satisfied with the service provided. Key indicators such as service reliability, response speed, and digital service accessibility received positive feedback reflecting improvement in operational efficiency and customer engagement. However, some areas such as complaint handling and communication clarity is still shown room for improvement. This episode highlight the importance of continuous service innovation, especially in aligning digital transformation with personalized customer support. The PLN can leverage this feedback to refine its customer experience strategy and ensure a high certification level across all service touchpoints. This is the balance scoreboard. The financial perspective is to increase revenue from electricity and services, enhance profitability, improve the liquidity, and also the measurement is the yearly revenue growth, the net profit margin growth targets, and the current ratio, the initiative from the increased revenue from electricity and service to expand the electricity access, introduce digital and renewable and services. The enhanced Profitability initiative is to implement operational cost efficiency and tariff adjustment strategy. And there is also the improved liquidity, the optimism billing, receivable and cash flow through digital integration. Second is go through the prospective customer. The objective is the first, enhance the customer certification, the measurement customer certification index. The target is 90% to upgrade call center PLN mobile app and feedback system. Second is increase market reach. And then the market penetration rate targets is to 20% to expand access in rural areas and renewable energy customer acquisition. And third objective is to improve customer retention. The measurement is customer retention rate, and also the target is 95% to promote service reliability and customer loyalty programs. And that is the third perspective is the internal business process perspective. The objective is to optimize operational efficiency. The measurement is the process response cycle, and the target is only 20 minutes. And then the initiative is the digitalization of outage reporting, smart grid, and automation. Second is enhanced service quality. The target is 95% implement ISO-based service evaluation, technician training. And strengthen infrastructure and asset management. Inventory turnover is the target is 7, and smart metering, predictive maintenance system. And last is the learning and growth perspective. The first objective is to develop employee capabilities. The turning hours per employee. The target is 50 hours per year. The PLN Corporate University blended the learning programs. The second objective is about foster innovation and digital mindset. The measurement of the second objective is the number of digital innovation. The target is 10 per year. The initiative is a large internal innovation competition and R&D incubation. The last objective of learning and growth perspective is promote organizational culture. The employee engagement score, the target is 90%. Then the initiative is enhance internal communication and recognition programs. This is the balance scoreboard. PTPN scoreboard lines strategic goal across for key perspective. Learning and growth. Focus on employee development through PEL and corporate university and innovation program to build a digital ready, agile workforce. The internal business process enhance operational excellence via digitalization, predictive maintenance, and faster service response. The customers is the aim to boost certification through reliable service and digital access. The financial is the combines operational efficiency and customer trust to drive profitability, optimize cash flow, and ensure sustainable growth. And this last is part is the conclusion. The strategic controlling and evaluation of PTPLN or PERSERO demonstrates a well-structured approach to monitoring organizational performance across key dimensions through quantitative indicators covering marketing, operational, human resource, and financial metrics. PLN ensures that strategic goals are being effectively tracked and aligned with execution. The customer and employee certification survey provide valuable qualitative feedback, reinforcing the importance of stakeholder engagement. Furthermore, the implementation of the balanced core offers an integrated framework that links learning, internal processes, customer focus, and financial outcomes. All drawn together, this comprehensive evaluation system support continuous improvement, strategic alignment, and sustainable business performance. That's all from my presentation. If you have any question, please comment below. And thank you for watching my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.